well done with statement number 1. Now we're going to mix it up with a new statement to agree or disagree with. The statement is, building tools with public data is a form of journalism. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. But like, I'm good though, because we're teasing out the we have a camp of defectors here who are refusing to acknowledge. We reject the premise. They have another spectrum, and it's like, yeah. Okay, let's start with agreement. Talk to somebody. Mike, fire away.
Journalism, in essence, is the act of collecting data, curating or filtering it, and then presenting it. So, if you're building an app or working with data, you're committing an act of journalism.
Committing an act of journalism. Excellent. In the disagree camp, let's go here.
Journalism is not collecting data. Journalism is telling accurate stories. So data is almost never enough.
Yeah.
Especially because, say you have a bunch of lobbyist information. Say you built a really nice interface with lobbyist information. Sometimes you see patterns, but you don't know what they mean. You need the context. And that's what journalism adds.
Some ambivalent folks. Anybody feel strongly in the middle?
You just got moved.
You moved? Yes, I should specify. If you sway, you should resort. So if people say something that's compelling, feel free to shuffle in that direction. Beck, be ambivalent.
I think that if you're displaying data, if you're analyzing data and displaying data, you're implicitly telling a story about it. But I don't think that it's necessarily a journalistic story. I don't think it's necessarily contextualizing it, or like if the city takes its data and displays it, is the city doing journalism, or are they doing reporting, like reporting on their whatever they're up to? And I don't think that that necessarily is journalism.
Excellent. The pro camp, rebuttals.
Without the data, there's no story now. You got to, Deep Throat said, follow the money. They try to hide the money from you. So if you can't find those pieces, where do you go from there?
But that doesn't.
Hang on. Let's go other Tom.
Tom.
The two Toms. We're gonna get both Toms at once.
Basically, in a former life, I was a research scientist. So the mere fact of getting data out there is a form of publishing. Publishing can be journalism. Journalism is kind of in front of this publishing aspect of getting data out there. But there is, it depends on what your definition of journalism is. For me, the act of publishing those data is journalism, because you're getting a story out there that was never heard before.
But data sets aren't a journalist. You still need someone to tease out that information.
But what he asked was the, getting those published, or getting them out.
Okay, from the dissenters, do you want to speak to your nonlinear position?
When it was posted first, we had no idea what it was.
Excellent, excellent. Okay.
So when we published 10 Years of Crime Day, updated nightly, we got calls from reporters saying, this is awesome, we've been asking for this forever. Now point us to the good stuff, right? Which is basically saying, where's the story in here? It isn't, it's the raw material.
Isn't that a question more of what is a good journalist?
Exactly. Once I got over the humor of that they actually thought we went through all millions of rows of that, it would be committing the same spin of just releasing dribs and drabs. If I said, I think this is the most important one. It's not journalism in the 21st century if you don't have those skills to parse data into narrative. But that's why I'm standing over here, because the data portal itself, I don't believe is journalism.
Wouldn't that argument be the data is not a good journalist?
You said to publish the data.
If the data is there,
does
that not make the data better?
It wasn't a question about making tools.
You talked about publishing the data or building a platform for the data. If I do that, I get to decide how to sort the data, what to present to you. I get to influence people to say, look at these. Look, you get to sort things by neighborhood. I guess mean, I don't want to say it's a shopping thing, but you know, when people advertise to you, they decide what to show you. They have lots of data.
Excellent. All right. So the rebuttals to this will be done during lunch. We're going to move forward to the next statement.